Well, would you look at this? Big story in the Globe and Mail. And I mock them for being part of the media party. But how can I dispute that the Globe and Mail has consistently had the strongest coverage of China policy in Canada in the mainstream media? I think it's a big reason why they've been almost all but shut out of Trudeau's morning press scrums too. Did you know that? Trudeau is punishing the Globe and Mail for reporting things like this. Take a look at this. Foreign Affairs Minister has 2 mortgages with state-run Bank of China. Foreign Affairs Minister François-Philippe Champagne has 2 registered residential mortgages with the state-owned Bank of China in London, which the opposition says opens him to personal financial vulnerability at a time when relations with Beijing are at a standstill. Mr. Champagne, who was first elected to the House of Commons in 2015, bought 2 apartments in London, one in 2009 and one in 2013, while he was an executive with Amec Foster Wheeler plc, the British multinational construction and engineering giant. The mortgages were initially valued at $1.7 million, and the current balance is $1.2 million. So Canada's foreign minister literally owes the Chinese government more than $1 million. But here's my favorite part of the story. Mr. Champagne said he had a temporary work permit for the United Kingdom and was unable to get a loan from a British bank? Are you telling porkies? Is that true? That a senior executive for a multinational construction giant, extremely wealthy man, jet setter, worldwide player, he couldn't get a mortgage, so a secured loan, you've got the property, and you can't get a loan in London. Really the financial capital of the world, in many ways even more so than New York or Hong Kong. London, home of every bank imaginable. London, multinational city where senior executives from the whole world come to work for a period of time. There wasn't any other bank in that massive city, that banker's city, that would provide a mortgage to a rich man secured against a rich condo. He had to go to China? Is that the truth, or is he lying again, the liar? Here's a nugget from that Globe story that points out just how crazy that lie is. Data from UK Finance, a trade association for the UK banking and financial services sector, showed that for 2018, the Bank of China was the 53rd largest mortgage lender in the United Kingdom, with a 0.1% share of the country's mortgage market when measured by value of mortgages outstanding. So there were 52 other banks that people would more regularly use. No one needs to get a loan from the Communist Party of China to buy a mortgage in London. London is the most financed city in Europe, probably the world. Seriously, London does more financial commerce than Paris, Frankfurt, Amsterdam, Moscow, all of them combined. It is the boss of finance. It is sophisticated. But they just couldn't loan money to buy 2 condos for this man. He had to go to China. Scout's honor. That's an excerpt from my daily show, The Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.